Okay, so for those of you who don't know what the Element palette, it is my big seller. Here's what the box looks like. And here you have blush size eyeshadows. And so along the top are all matte. Along the bottom are shimmers. And although it's a big seller of mine, there are a lot of people who say that they don't want to get it because they don't think they're ever going to use it. All the colors, I mean. So we'll say, oh, I'm never going to use the black. Oh, I'm never going to use that maroon color. And so the reason why I'm here is to show you different ways you can use it. I'm really not thrilled with how dark this is here. I have my lights up all the way. So I'm going to get started. Now the brown color right here, as you can see, that's the one I use the most, and that's the one you're probably going to use the most. It's great for every day. That's usually my base that I start in the crease with, and then I build up the color with the others. All right, so I'm going to start with that. Go ahead and start with that brown. Just going in the crease. See, that's a good start there. It's a really pretty color. I always tap off my colors or dab them on a tissue. Reason because they're so highly pigmented. So you want to start with a little bit and build your way up instead of having way too much on it first. Do this eye. And I love our brushes. We have a set of 8 essential brushes, or we have the 15. I would say go for it and get the 15 because you can create so many different looks. I'm just going to add this underneath. You see, it's a really pretty brown. So before I go any further, I'm going to blend it. I don't know if you watched my last video, but I like to use one of our foundation brushes to blend. I just love using it. So I'm just going to softly blend that. Blending is key. Always blend. Okay, so I'm going to go in with, I'm going to do this dark color. This one is a shimmery, but I'm going to put that in the outer V. Again, tap that off or dab on a tissue. And this brush, it's perfect for contouring. You can see it's already got the shape there. I use that for my outer V. Go ahead and grab a little more. Just helps fan that out perfectly. So there you go. Usually add whatever's left on the brush underneath. So go ahead and do the other side. This brush makes it much easier to do this. Okay, go underneath. Feel free to say hi, whether I don't know you or know you. If you have any questions, feel free. So I'm going to take that trusty brush that I love so much and blend this before I go any further. You can create so many different looks. Now I'm just playing around with the different colors today just to show you that you can use all these colors. Blend. I'm just going to take my wedge that has a little bit of my foundation left on it. Just clean that up a little bit. Blend that out a little more. All right. Now, the color that attracts people the most is this one right here. And I'm going to play around with that one. Now, it's probably not something that you would use during the day, but sometimes I do. And you don't have to go nuts with it. If you want to go for it and put it on the entire lid, great. I am just going to show you how I just sort of tap it on. Okay. So again, tap the excess off or dab on a tissue. I have a tissue down here. I'm dabbing a little so I don't go nuts. And so I am going to put it in the middle here. Grab a little more. And I'm just kind of going side to side, side to side, side to side. Tapping that on. And then I'll do a little bit underneath in the middle. And we'll blend that out later. I'm going to do the other eye. Side to side, side to side, side to side. You don't want to just blob there. You want it to kind of fan out and blend with the rest. And grab a little more. And then put a little bit underneath in the middle. So then what I'm going to do is go ahead and blend that very softly, because I don't want it to disappear completely. But it's amazing what it does for your eyes. It just makes them pop. So blend a little underneath. Blend a little underneath. So that's one way just to add a splash of color. You're never too old. Get that out of your head. You're never too old. You can play around with all these colors and create many different looks. So now I'm going to take this color here. And I wouldn't always wear this many colors at once, but like I said, you can do something a little more dramatic for at night, or if you're just feeling like you want to experiment. This color, hard to tell under this light. It is a purpley gray color. So when the light hits it, you can see a little more purple. I love layering that with the burgundy that I just put on. And if you want to find out more about this palette, just private message me and we can talk more about the colors, what they're called, pricing, all of that. And I will tell you, it's an incredible deal on this palette. There's no palette that has this big of eyeshadows in it in our line for such an incredible price. So again, we'll private message me for that. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Let me know you're on here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and take that purpley gray. Just trying to find a brush that I want to play with. I just want to kind of softly graze it on top. All right, I got a brush here. Either tap it, get that excess off, or like I said, I have a tissue down below here just to get some of the excess off and play with it. Just kind of softly going over this. See what kind of color I can create. It blends so neat with this, with that maroon color. I promise, next video, guys, I will try to work on this lighting. I feel like I look like I'm in the dark with a candle lit in front of me. Okay. So I have that going on in between the maroon and then the crease color that I did. Or the outer B color, sorry. So we'll go ahead and put some over here. Just experiment. Don't need to blend a whole lot. It looks pretty good. I am going to dab on a little bit of the maroon. Where's the brush? Here it is. Tap on a little more. When colors are more intense, first of all, use an eye base, or you can use foundation. It can also layer it. So the more you layer, the more intense it's going to be, the longer it's going to last. I'm just going to pop a little bit more of that maroon on. See, it's much more intense than the last time. Like I said, these are very highly pigmented colors, so you just want to kind of start slow, start soft, and then build up your color. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4 colors I used in a palette of 8. So you will use these colors. Like I said, maybe not as fast as the brown, because our brown is just so awesome. It's a nice, rich, warm brown. But you're going to use them. Now, oh, I'm not going to use the black. Yeah, you are. Yes, you are. I'm going to show you. Okay, so for today, it's Monday. During the day, I have to go to the grocery store. I really don't want to wear a whole lot more than this. But I'm just going to get a little brush here. It's getting a little thin angle brush. And I'm going to take, probably heard me talk about 10 years younger before. 10 years younger. I love it to set my makeup. We have another one called No More Shine. Obviously, No More Shine's for super, super oily skin. Although I'm oily, I like to use the 10 years younger. It just keeps my makeup looking fresh all day. I'm also not glowing. I'm not a grease pit either. So, let's see. Now, I haven't put any of this on today, so I'm going to go ahead and do that before I finish my eyes. I'm getting ready to use the black, and I'll show you how. This would be something you could pretty much create your whole look with. Darker complexions, I've seen them use the maroon as a blush, and it's so pretty. So pretty. Again, though, just start with a little bit, because it's heavily pigmented. Okay, I'm pretty much dry here. So I'm going to take my 10 years younger, spray my brush. This also helps with, if you're using glitter, spray your brush first, and there's less fallout with the glitter, and it helps it stick better. And so I'm going to put it in the black shade. I'm going to use it as eyeliner. Just brush it on. Just short strokes. Make it easy. I personally don't really line underneath. As you get older, you want to kind of stay away from that. But for you young girls, you go for it. All right, I'm going to spray it again. Dip it in the black here. Just do short strokes. I'm not doing anything fancy, no cat eye, nothing like that. But you could, depending on the brush you're using. I'm going to grab a little more. See, I'm really liking the way that the maroon looks, especially when you spray it with your setting spray. That looks so good. Not bad. And before I go no further, these fun colors. This is the matte and this is the shimmer. I'm going to use this. I use this a lot as a highlighter. It's so pretty. So that's going on 5 colors now. 5 colors in the palette for one look. So I'm going to take a fan brush. This fan brush I really love. It's a little more than the typical fan brush you see. I also have one of the huge fan brushes, which is great. But this is going to do the trick. Sometimes I'll fan a little bit of something. Sometimes I'll fan the maroon color on as a way just to put that in the middle and fan that out for me. But I didn't want to use that because I wanted to show you how I highlight. So, just gonna put it in there. Okay, now, just gonna put that on. Recently used this for a photo shoot. I pretty much use this on everyone, and everyone just looks so good. Just fan that on. Sometimes I'll even bring it up here. So get creative. You know, you can use these colors for a lot of things. It doesn't have to just be eyeshadow. Get your money's worth. So you got some shimmer going. I'm just going to throw a little bit on the bridge of my nose. Just for kicks. That. And then I like to put it right up here. A little bit under. It's youthful. Makes your lips pop more. This looks fresh and young. Well, as young as a 47-year-old can look. So, not bad, not bad. And that was with one palette. I used 5 colors. And so then tomorrow, you can switch it up and use more of your mattes. You can use any, you know, you can use this as your base. It doesn't matter. But I always start with this color in the crease. Blend it. Always blend. Remember that. And then just start playing around with your colors. Mix them. You can mix them. Remember, you can always use this as eyeliner. Sometimes if I want to make it more intense in the corner, I'm going with the black again. And this is the brush that it came with. I love this brush. A lot of people, you know, they'll say, oh, the brush that comes with it is really cheesy. I love this brush. So I will just go in that corner once again from where the eyeliner ends. A little more. Just slightly in the corner. Now I'm going to blend that. Yeah, I'm a little bit made up for the grocery store, but that's okay. That's okay. Where's my brush? Here we go. I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. So that's a little more intense. There you go. Good evening look. You don't want to blend it off all the way. And then again, I'm going to take my sponge and just clean that up a little bit. You can always do the tape trick. Put a little bit of Scotch tape right here. That keeps it clean. Some people just like to wait doing their foundation until their eyes are done. And just cleans it up with the foundation. It's just preference. No right or wrong. And remember that. Just have fun with makeup. Don't let anyone try to tell you wrong. That's wrong. Whatever works for you. It's how you express yourself. So just have fun. Don't be intimidated by it. Again, let me know if you have any questions about the Element palette. I love it. It's my favorite in line, and we have a lot in our line. Again, thanks for joining me, and message me if you have any questions. And I will be, my goal is to demonstrate a different palette every week. And if there's anything you want to see in particular in the line that you've wanted to know more about, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks and have a good day.